What?
We're going to Saul's.
But I already had plans.
No, we have to go. Saul and his mouth have gotten himself outnumbered in a way that only the strength of Thunar and his mighty companions could keep him safe.
Wait, what? Who?
Saul is having dinner with 12 or so cats.
We're having cats for dinner.
No, he's having dinner with 12 cats.
A whole litter?
I think.
Is that not what I said?
I think that is what you said.
12 cats. What? What do you mean 12 cats?
12 cats with potions and cool robes.
Do you mean tabaxi?
Oh, those are even more delectable.
Oh my
I don't think
God.
I look at Tombstone in complete shock.
Butchered tabaxis too.
We'll get back to that. Cat wolf, Thunar, have you never been a tabaxi?
No, I mean I met one yesterday at the apothecary.
I looked up.
Tabaxi sounds like a really bad word, but I don't know why.
Okay, well, for your reference, Thunar, they're cat folk. They're not really. They look like cats.
They do.
Some of them will be offended if you call them a cat, so be careful.
Oh, I see.
But
Well, they seem nice enough. One of them had a potion for his poor old grandcat.
Beautiful.
The other ones were just wearing robes, and they invited Saul to dinner to help him out. They said they're an up and coming family.
up and coming family.
Some sort of family in Aldreach.
They're gonna be the new
Briar, did you-
cats meow.
Did you see these cats at the apothecary yesterday as well?
Did I go?
there. We didn't go to the apothecary.
didn't
We were at
go.
the blacksmith.
Oh, I thought. Never mind. I'm sorry. I thought she had last time. I'm sorry. My bad. That's my bad.
Did
No, you're
Ikley
good,
come with
Balin.
me?
I think that was Ikley.
Ikley came with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
To
would
the
know. I keep track of her location at all times.
actually, did you see
A Life 360
tabaxi at
circle.
the?
Always
apothecary?
wanted a stalker.
Did you see these tabaxi there?
Yeah. He had big ears like this.
Oh, okay. Dude,
Meow.
it's just, so you said he got himself into trouble. If they're just going to dinner, what's the trouble?
I don't know. I made a joke about him being outnumbered, and he said, "Actually, yeah. Do you want to come?" And I said, "Yeah. We could always use an IOU from Saul."
Were the cats suspicious? Were the tabaxi suspicious, likely, or is this just?
I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the guy that was running the shop kind of, when we were asking him about the more expensive stuff, he took him in and then made a comment about what he was getting was more expensive, but we didn't really know why, and now we do. But that's all I remember. I was kind of focused on definitely trying out some of the other stuff in his shop, and then he got mad, so.
Well, okay. I guess we'll go there and give him some more moral support. I guess.
And we'll eat good too.
Specifically,
Not the cats. I think that the tabaxi are the guests.
So as
as
you
well as
finish this discussion, Karu will kind of round the corner with a kind of sack over his shoulder of all his belongings, and he's like, "All right, I'm ready. When are we heading out?" I think we should. I think we should be heading. When's everyone gonna be ready to head out? Because I think we should be leaving pretty soon now. Why are you pointing at Thunar?
You want to explain, Thunar?
Thunar, what happened?
our great friend Saul Nian is in terrible need of his good friends with weapons.
Listen, Saul can get in as much legal trouble or whatever backwards dealings he deals with all the time on his own, alright? We have a very important thing to do right now.
Apparently, Thunar's already agreed that we're gonna be there.
Beware. You're not breaking him out of some
No, some dinner with a group of tabaxi that are apparently some up and coming family in the area.
So let
That
me get this
sounds-
straight. You're going to have dinner with Saul Nian and this
Apparently,
Tabaxi family.
are we going to dinner? Or are we protecting him, or what are we actually doing, Thunar?
I don't know. I'm muscle. I don't know what the rest of you are.
I'm gonna eat.
Not the tabaxi.
I had a plan. It went something along the lines of me, Thunar, being the muscle, Phelan being off to the right, Icely perhaps on the ceiling, Eitri maybe a house over through the window with his crossbow ready, Briar in the alley, and Tombstone also in the alley. Is that everyone?
I don't know. We don't know anything
So-
about the tabaxi
So
except
we're
he said
leaving
that they got-
tomorrow. That's
Look,
fine.
nobody is more disappointed about this than I am. It's my home, and I look off to the horizon in the correct way for once.
He knows one direction. That's where the tribal lands are. Carl will kind of just throw the sack off his shoulder. Well, I wouldn't want you getting hurt before we go off this, so I guess I'll join too.
Are you
Well,
sure?
hey. Oh, hey, you'll have the whole castle to yourself, huh?
What are you doing? What does that mean?
Oh, I think you know what this means.
Even Thunar knows what he's talking about.
Hey, you don't live to be 7 years old without doing this once or twice.
You're 7 years old?
Oh, yeah.
That explains
Plus
a lot.
30.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. If you want to come with us, I mean, you could stay and make sure that everything is good with Mara before we leave.
No, I think Thunar did a good job packing. I checked over his work. We should all be good to go.
I was eager to go.
Very well.
All right. So, is there anything you want to do before this dinner tonight, or no?
I want to find Julius.
All right. So you look around the castle a bit. You find him in the kitchen as kind of another Ninasaran kind of official is trying desperately to teach him how to cook. But Julius is just messing up here now. He's like, all right, so now, after you stoke the flame, you put the pot on there, and you just add water. Just do that. And then Julius grabs the pot, puts it over the flame, and just kind of lets it sit. It's like, now add the water. Oh, yes! And he grabs the water, pours it on the flame. And he goes,
They come in and clap Julius on the back. Oh,
kind of jumps a
Yours?
bit, turns around. Oh, Master Phelan! It's so good
What-
to see you again.
Oh well, good to see you too. I'll look to the official. You mind if I borrow Julius for a minute?
Please.
Yeah. I'll kind of walk Julius away. Julius, what do you know about tabaxi?
Tabaxi? A tabaxi is a race of people who are very eerily similar to cats.
Okay. Do you know anything about kind of the nature of tabaxi? Are they prone to subversive methods of acting?
Are you trying to
Underhanded
ask me
tactics?
if tabaxi are not good in character?
Yeah, is that typical of the tabaxi? I don't know much about them. I just know what they are.
I don't know. I've only met one tabaxi, and that was because he was in my game room.
I'm assuming he stayed in your game room.
He did not leave. That was because he tried to cheat one game.
Fair enough. Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna go tonight. We're gonna go to a dinner with our friend Saul, who you met yesterday.
A dinner, you
Um,
say?
Yes, it was. He was invited. We're gonna go and just kind of as backup, is because his family's.
May I come too?
I don't know. You think that you can keep a low profile?
I simply want to observe how this dinner is cooked. You see, I'm trying to learn how to cook to be of better use to you.
Sure, why not? Well, I'm sure that the I believe that the Tabaxi are making the dinner, so I'm sure that they won't mind you observing.
I will be as discreet as possible.
So of course, I mean, yeah, of course.
Thank you, Master Phelan. I'll be ready at once. And he kind of
Okay, yeah, you still have plenty of time.
he still walks away, kind of looks around, turns around, walks back. I'm ready to go.
Okay, well, it's not until this evening, so you got some time. So
I see. I will prepare as much as I can.
okay,
And he's kind of
sounds good.
struts off back toward the other official.
Actually, hey, you know what? I'm gonna reach in my bag. How are you with reading?
I can read.
Okay.
I can write as well.
Really? Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you this book. How about you read? Just go ahead and read this, and just kind of commit as much as you can to memory, and for reference later on. It's one of the volumes of the Histories of
He
Aldrich.
grabs it.
I've made it to volume 1, so I now give him volume 1 as I have completed it.
Absolutely. And he kind of opens it up and starts reading.
All right. Sounds good. I'll come get you later.
All right. Anything else before the dinner tonight? If not, we'll just kind of do a little short jump to the dinner. It's now evening time. A knock at the castle door indicates that Saul has arrived, and behind him are two people in tow. It's an elderly woman kind of walking on a cane, and then like a teenage sort of like boy kind of behind him to his left. So as he walks in, he's like, "Well, hey everyone. Hope you're all ready for the dinner tonight." And they're of course like all in like really nice clothes. I'm not sure you've met, but here's my grandmother. She's currently the head of the Nian family. And this is my nephew.
What's the grandma's name?
The grandma's name, I call her Nan, but I think her official name is Lois.
Ah, Nan! Nice to see you again. It's me, Tombstone.
She kind of just looks over and oh,
Ah, it's all right. It's been so long. Ah, I will say, you have aged like a fine wine.
there's wine.
Oh yeah, we're having dinner. There's plenty of wine.
No, Nan. There's not wine here. It'll be at the dinner. We're not at the dinner yet. We're picking up my friends and then we're going to the dinner. Well, are we ready to go?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's
I pull out my axe behind him.
No, not. Let's not come in.
Oh.
Arms bearing, ready to look like we're gonna kill them. Let's go in calm. That's how you always have to approach these situations.
Hey, why are we here?
So it's the same when you're hunting.
Yeah. See, the lizard man gets it.
You can't spook the quarry, otherwise you don't get to eat.
Well, I don't want to eat. Listen, they're promising us a good meal, and
It was a metaphor.
Okay.
The metaphor. Metaphorically,
I just want y'all to
if you
know.
spook the quarry, you don't get to eat the food.
I just want y'all to know we're not trying to fight them. So unless you see someone attack either me, Nan, or anybody else, like any of y'all, you're good.
Okay. What do you know about these this group of tabaxi that you met, or that we're going to dinner
Well,
with?
they came over yesterday asking about the current political state of the city. And they're kind of wanting to be a bit more, prominent, I guess, is what you could say. They didn't seem like a super large or super influential noble family, and so I honestly don't know too much about them or why they're here, or why they set their sights on Aldrich. But I'm assuming we can figure that out tonight. So, shall we?
Fair enough. Fair enough. It seems, with the current political situation, no offense, it seems a little bit,
Suspicious?
yes.
Yeah,
Very.
no. Well, hence why I wanted you guys to come with me.
Yeah. Well, I've actually, one second, I'm step out of the room and go get Julius real quick, and then.
All right, you step out of the room. He is still like he's about like halfway through that book, just reading.
All right, Julius, you can put the book down. You can finish it later. Come on, it's time to go.
Absolutely. And he gets up, joins the
Like-
party.
Look about there. Julius is also going to come along with us. He's he's trying to learn to cook, so he's going to observe as they prepare the dinner.
Oh, I'm sure that won't go wrong at all. Yeah, hop in.
I figured to me, this seems like a little bit of a uncommon situation, so I figured it might be a good idea.
Yeah, no, the more the merrier. And then he starts walking, and he kind of notices, points at Karu. You're coming too? And he just goes, well, think of it more as I'm looking over my people rather than your back.
All I'm saying is, Car, it's a missed opportunity.
Saul just kind of shrugs, like, okay, fine. So you leave the castle, and you walk a bit. It's about like a 20-minute walk as you go, and then you kind of come up to this like this nicer looking establishment. Definitely not any sort of like family manor or anything like that. You could definitely tell this is like their like temporary residence as they stay here in Oldreach. And you walk up, and then Saul knocks on the door, and you just kind of wait there until a tabaxi opens it and welcomes you all in. Ah, yes, welcome. Welcome, Nanayan family and compatriots. Please, this way, the dinner table is set. And so you walk in, and sure enough, they've kind of set a large dinner table, kind of long, in this kind of very somewhat nicer looking kind of dining room. Definitely nothing as exquisite or grand as like the dining room in the Oldreach Castle. But it's modest enough to where you could pass it off as, a fancier establishment. They have like a nice white tablecloth across it, and they have plates kind of all lined out for their people, the 3 of the 9 family, and they have about like 6 or so for y'all. So some of you will have to stand.
I will stand.
I apologize for not having enough room. We did not know how many were coming.
I'll sit on the floor.
Oh, it's no problem at all.
Yes, please feel free to make room where you can.
I'm standing right behind, to the right of Saul.
Okay, so, and then as they all take their seats, Saul, his grandmother, and his nephew kind of all sit down in a short row. Thunar is standing to his right behind him, and then to Saul's left, the rest of the other tabaxi all come in and start sitting down to eat.
I'd like to. Is the table set with the food already?
No, the food. It's just like the typical just like your plate is there with like the silverware on top and like a cup in front.
Yeah, the one who welcomed us in. I'll address him. Excuse me, and I'm gonna pull Julius to me. Our companion here. This is Julius. Julius.
Hi, I'm Julius.
You call. Shh. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Yeah, what was that?
I said I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name actually.
Oh, my name is Messi. MESSI.
You know?
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Messi. I'm Phelan. But anyways, my companion Julius, he's a little new to our group. Many of my friends, we travel a lot. He's actually coming with us along to help keep us fed and all that kinds of things. He's been trying to learn I wondered if it would be okay with you as the host. I know that you all are preparing food. Would it be okay if he observed to learn some new skills as he's trying to keep us alive out as on our adventures?
Oh, I am not the host. I am simply a servant hand here. But sure, yes, I can take care of him. I can see if the kitchen will allow him to come in.
Yes, of course. Yeah, we would very much appreciate that. Julius, just go follow him. Please don't cause don't cause too much trouble for them. But please do just observe and
Yes, Master Phelan. I'll be sure to learn as much as I can.
yes, and please do so.
And then the other person just kind of like takes Julius's arm, not really knowing what to do, and just kind of pulls him and starts leading him toward the kitchen. And as he walks toward the kitchen, Phelan, you'll kind of notice the kitchen, and you smell a fantastic aroma just plowing out of the kitchen. And so,
I'll walk up to Thunar. This might have been a good idea.
Pass me something to eat. I have no table or plate.
and so you all sit down, and as you are all sitting down, the Tabaxi family will start to enter into the room, and you can tell these are definitely the nobles because their clothes are a lot more exquisite, kind of a lot more flowing. Their robes kind of go all the way down to the ground and then some, rather than just like your typical clothes. And the one kind of at the head with like the largest sort of cloak, they have someone pull out a chair for them at the head of the table as they sit down, and then everyone, after they sit down, the rest of the other family all sit down and make their place at the table. And the one at the head of the table says, "Greetings. I thank you for all coming. You all for coming tonight. I believe, Saul, these are your companions you said you would bring?" And Saul is, "Yeah, these are them. Here you have Thunar, Phelan. I forgot your name," as he points to Tombstone. He's fine. You'll like him. Can't say I'm ultimately familiar with you," as he points at Briar. "I think we've met twice. And Ickley, I know you. Yeah, you were the first. You were there for when I first had the incident with the boat. That was funny. And then we have Eitri. He's a great guy. He's really good at fishing, and by the way. So if any of y'all are fishers, talk to him. You'll have a great conversation."
Bro, you about to hit it off with these cats.
And then he kind of looks around. Oh yeah, and that one sitting in the back as he's just laid like kind of back to the wall in the corner. That's Karu. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about him. It is good to meet you all. Please, the food will be ready soon. So please, if you enjoy some of our wine, it is the finest we bring from our homeland.
Ooh.
And so kind of a servant comes in with 2 bottles of wine, sets it down, and starts going around the table, grabbing people's glasses and filling it up. And as they get to you, hold on, I gotta do something real quick. Yeah, roll me a perception check as they come around to your side.
Everybody?
Yes.
11.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
That's 14.
24.
24. Okay, so Eitri, what you got?
16.
16. So Tombstone and Briar. Oh, wait, Ickley or Caitlin, did you get me one, or what is it?
I'll unmute myself. Yeah, I got a 14.
14. Okay, yeah. So Tombstone and Briar, you'll be the only ones who notice this, as they're pouring out the drinks on the Tabaxi side of the table. They're pouring from one bottle, and then as they get to yours, they like put the bottle down and quickly like walk over. And as they're walking over, they slightly like shift the platter of the bottles, and they start pouring from a different bottle to fill the party's and the Nian's cup.
I'll walk over. to Saul as they fill up his cup. They go, just out of precaution, let me take a sniff of this right here.
You wanna
Never know what they do to you at these parties.
and roll me insight real quick.
Okay. 21.
21. So as you're saying that, the head of the table kind of gives you a very insulted look. As if like, how dare you like presume I do something like this?
I'll look at him and I go,
Lizard man. And he kind of, as Saul kind of knows the same look. It's fine, really. I don't think we need a taste test or a gob or whatever they're called. Pretty much someone to make sure I'm not being poisoned. I don't think they would do that to me.
So, you've known me a long time.
As he kind of looks, remembers what he said. Sure. Relatively.
You trust me?
Roll persuasion for me, real quick.
Oh yeah, baby, I got persuasion out the wazoo.
Okay.
21.
Then he kind of looks over. Sorry, I can't really I can't stop him. This is kind
Listen,
of his job.
Mr. Master of the party, sir. I don't want to be insulting. I apologize. But I saw some funny business going on with that wine handler. You see,
What's a funny business?
if you are to satisfy my curiosity, I ask that you drink this wine. If there is nothing shady to be going on,
He kind of
you
shrugs,
first.
picks up his goblet, takes a sip.
No. This glass. Saul's glass.
He goes, grabs Saul's glass, takes a sip.
All of it.
I do not want to get that drunk tonight.
I stare at him. I lick my lips.
Low tolerance, huh?
All of it.
Dang.
How about this? And he grabs his cup, places Saul's down, and offers his own. We will switch.
All right. Hey. I switch the goblets.
Well then, after that, I would like to welcome you all with the first course of this meal. As they start to hand off, the first kind of meal kind of comes out, and it's just like it's these little like small baked pastries that come out. Not quite like dessert, but they're kind of like like biscuits or whatever.
Like that?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
And so they're so like little biscuits that start coming out and being passed around the table. And then
I'm watching everybody like a hawk now.
and they're just you can roll perception, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just anything with the food, anything else going on. I am just watching.
Was weird.
Yes,
Was he when he
14.
swapped the bottles? Was he being like sneaky about it, or was it just like one ran out and moved on to the next?
I will say with yours, because you had a pretty high one, the bottle definitely wasn't empty. He wasn't trying to be super sneaky about it, but you don't know if that was because he's just really bad at it, or if it was like you couldn't tell, or if he was just like, yeah.
Mm.
So, but no, there's the other bottle was definitely Phil, and it was a very deliberate act to switch the bottles.
I want to talk to that guy. It's probably too late now.
Yes. Cookies! Thank you very much. Anyways, so yeah, so then wait, what was the perception check, Colton?
That was like a 14.
Okay, so as you're looking around, you're watching these guys like a hawk. You're watching and like you're saying like, okay, maybe it wasn't the drinks, maybe it's the food. And so you start looking and You're looking at what the Tabaxi family is doing, the Jintani family. And as they're eating it, you see some people just like eating it, enjoying it, and you see someone kind of eat it, twinge a bit as if they don't like it, but kind of just suffer through and eat it out of politeness. And then you look over to, it's like, okay, when you look over to the party, they're all just kind of eating it normally, just like how Carter's eating the cookies right now, just kind of like munching on it. You look over to Saul, he's kind of just enjoying it. He's starting to talk with some of the Tabaxi. You look at his
I want to be
grandmother,
clear.
she's just gumming the biscuits right now, not really making any progress, just kind of gumming it like,
You.
I want to be clear. I did not drink the wine.
okay.
Whatever they put for me, I did not drink that. I
Um,
know that you are probably just messing with us, honestly, at this point. You're a suspicious group, but you know what? I'm gonna trust my gut, though.
Okay, so I guess I'll ask this way: who is drinking the wine? Okay, Thunar's drinking the wine.
Nah.
I would not expect the two people who passed the perception check to drink the wine.
Oh,
Anyone else? How about you, Eitri or Ikley? We all be drinking.
I don't know. At first, I thought about being like no, and then just saying that I'm like allergic, but I don't know. I guess I'll drink it since nobody
Okay.
else is going to. I want to just be the tester.
does anybody look
you know?
like suspicious or staring at me for not drinking it?
No, not really. In fact, as you finish looking around Tombstone, you see the nephew just kind of like sitting there, arms crossed, not even touching his food, and they don't really seem to mind. They're not like insulted by that.
What's the host? Is he just like he's like chowing down?
Yeah, he's like just kind of like delicately eating it as he's observing a conversation between Saul and another one of the people.
How full is his wine cup?
Oh, it's steadily going down.
Okay, so he's still drinking the wine.
He's still taking sips here and there.
Hey.
I'll oh, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you go.
No, that was it.
Oh, okay. I'll address the head of the table. What did you say the family was?
The Jintani.
The Jintani. So, I'll address it like the head, the person who seems like they're the one to trust. So, Saul says that you are a royal family in the area. I'm sorry, I'm still not quite familiar with everything that goes on here.
Yes. We come from the northeast of the Jaded Wilds, more near the Borealis Plains. But we're a small noble family. In fact, everyone here at this table is part of the family. And we've been looking to increase our influence and our wealth through various means, all good means. We do not meddle in backwards ways or dealing unjustly to others. That is strictly against our codes and our religion.
I'll insight check this as he's talking.
Yeah, roll the insight check as he's talking. And
that doesn't matter. I mean, it was like 8.
An 8. He doesn't seem to be lying. He seems to be telling the truth. And he's like, well, recently we heard about the events that happened here with the Nian family, and we hope that we can begin to help. In fact, as this main course now comes in, he kind of turns to Saul. I would like to begin these discussions. And so the kind of from the kitchen you hear, no, out of the way, as the doors kind of swing open and a bunch of these tabaxi kind of come in with a large plate of just like what almost seems like the perfect roast ham coming out on a plate, and they set it down in the center, and it smells amazing.
Thunar's favorite.
It's smoked ham. You have like some steamed vegetables on the side, maybe some sauces draped over it. It looks exquisite. And then the chefs begin to cut in and start dishing out the portions. And as he's doing though, he says, "Saul, I have a proposal for you. You see, as I have just explained to your compatriot here, we are a small family. We do not have much influence. However, we do have a strong presence when it comes to our servants and what we can achieve. And so I am offering you a deal. We can help the Nian family, and you will have control and remain in control of the city of Oldridge. But we will help you ward off the other noble families who are attempting to overthrow you. We will have your loyalty, or you will have our loyalty, and we will help you wherever we can. However, once the Nian family dies out, essentially, we will then inherit the Oldreach city. And Saul kind of like looks a little incredulous, like, when the Nian family dies out, as he starts to cut into his meat and kind of take a bite. What do you mean by that? And he's, well, let's be honest here. It is only you, your grandmother, and your nephew. And seeing as though you have no, how would I put this, prospects for children, and your grandmother seems to be of old age, as both Saul and the head of the table kind of look toward the grandma, who's still kind of gumming at the ham that she just got. We do not really believe that, like, let's be honest with each other. The Nian family does not have much longer. Another 2 generations at most. During that time, our family will be able to be built up, and we'll be able to take a smooth transition of power to us at Oldreach.
During this conversation, Briar has seen Grandma munching away on this ham and just felt so bad that she's walked around and started cutting it into tiny little pieces for her so she can actually eat and enjoy this meal.
Thank you, servant girl.
I'll just give her a pat on her back and go, okay,
Is
and walk away.
is the host eating the ham?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, here's what's going through my mind right now. Some poisons have
There's
to be
something.
combined to be made into a poison. So I was just curious.
That's fair. That's fair. And so then as the head of the table kind of finishes eating and puts down his forks, he kind of puts his hand together, says, "Well, what would it be, Saul?" And Thunar, Ikley, and Eitri, did you drink the wine?
I did.
I did not.
Okay, then Thunar and Ikley, make me a wisdom saving throw.
You get a +3 if you're beside me, Ickley.
I think everybody's within
But
enough.
Saul did not
Wait,
drink
I
the
have a
wine.
question.
Saul
Can you
did
guys
not
hear me
drink the
talk
wine.
this?
No.
22.
Let's go.
22?
Okay, 'cause
Yeah.
What'd you get?
hold on. Wait, you said insight?
No, a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving. Oh, my bad.
I just saved Saul's butt. Let's go.
You didn't save mine.
Add +3 to yours, so because you're near Thunar.
And so
+3, I got a 24.
so after that, he kind of goes, Saul goes like, I don't know. Sure, yeah, you make good points. A family might die out, but you don't know that, This runt over here, as he points to the nephew, actually might do something, and
Golly.
and might actually be able to let the family bounce back. All I'm saying is it's a little too early to tell.
I'll raise my hand.
Yeah.
If I may. Suppose that your assumption is incorrect, and that the Nine family comes back into full strength and begins to grow again. Well, do you still uphold your end?
Well, of course, we would be bound by our word at that point.
See? Right.
And so the grandma, after finishing a bite, Saul, I think he makes a good point. And you're kind of like, what do you mean, Nan? What, huh? And he goes, that nephew of yours is not gonna do anything.
Jeez.
Grammy's off a rocker.
And even if we do, we're gonna be marrying other noble families. We'd have just as much influence from them as other people. It's like gums another bite of ham. The head of table. Your grandmother has much wisdom.
Can I lean to Saul?
Yeah.
and I didn't just whisper in his ear. You remember our earlier conversation yesterday?
No.
I suggested you sort of a counsel, perhaps, to give
Yes, I was considering that. I wasn't going to mention it here.
Yes, that's why I'm whispering it to him. While he does make a fair enough point, it also does beg the question. If you agree to this, there's not much keeping them from...
Offing me?
Exactly.
Yes, I'm fully aware. And so he's gonna lean away. Counter offer for you. What if you help me, hold off these other pesky families vying for my castle, vying for my control, whatever we have. You help me there. But instead of waiting until my family dies out as you so, lovingly called it, what if instead we just kind of split it up, right? Let's give it about 5 or so years, and then however much influence you have and how much influence my family still has, we'll cut it. We'll cut that. So if we have more influence over Old Reach, then we'll get most of Old Reach. If you somehow get more influence over Old Reach, I'll give you as much as that. How does that sound? Is that a good deal? And then the
Seth, can I?
Yeah.
I may or may not be correct here, but this Tabaxi drank the wine, right?
Indeed he did.
So does he have to roll a wisdom saving throw against Saul's counteroffer?
Or is it not poisonous to
It's-
cats, but it's poisonous to us?
No, so
No.
you'd be correct. However, Thunar, roll me history check.
Okay. Do.
16. You do remember that one thing the
Oh, you
apothecary
make my
said
night.
was that when, for things like that, those are special potions made to order. Meaning there was a specific, effect that was given for the potion. So, had
Okay.
it been a more general, make everyone more appealing, then yes, he'd be hitting the same thing. But he probably spent top dollar to get a very specific...
absolutely fair. I'm just making sure all of our options have been explored here.
Yep.
Could you open my memes?
And so the man at the head of the table, or the tabaxi at the head of the table, kind of sits back in thoughts as he kind of grabs his cup, swirls it a bit, and takes another sip. What about your nephew? What does he think? As the nephew kind of who's been sitting like this the entire time, obviously not wanting to be there, kind of me?
Aw.
Yes. What is it you want? What do you think? Well, I think you have a good offer. I mean, I don't want to worry about this city for the rest of my life. And he kind of the man at the head table. See? Even your nephew agrees. You now stand alone on your family. What will you choose? And Saul kind of just sits there, scratching his chin as he's thinking.
Saul may stand alone in his family, but he has support from our side as well. I know we may be outsiders to this, but
Just
Bitter.
because you stand alone does not mean you face the wrong way.
Saul kind of looks back. That was extremely poetic of you, Thunar.
Thank you.
Thunar, do you have inspiration?
No.
Get it?
No, I was gonna say you better give him inspiration for that. That was epic.
That was good.
Thunor would know.
And Saul kind of just goes, like, yeah, that was poetic, Thunar.
Was it? Oh, I was just trying to.
Thank you for the offer. I will consider it. But as for your initial offer, I must refuse. We can continue to stay in negotiation to try to find some sort of compensation between the two of us. But I'm afraid I cannot make the decision. And the man at the head of the table says, that is unfortunate, because you cannot make the decision. That, you are not the head of your family. Your grandmother is. So, and he turns toward the grandmother. What do you decide? And she's still kind of, like, at this point, like, gumming the bone of the ham that she had.
I think it's high time we wrapped up this foolish pageantry. And I step onto the table.
Everyone on the tabaxi side just looks shocked and, like, egregious. Like, what are you doing?
There's the ham is still in the middle of the table?
Absolutely.
I kick the ham off the middle of the table.
No, you punt it.
I punt the ham.
And what do you think you're doing?
I am disrupting a dinner of deceit. This whole night, I've been watching you carefully, and I've seen nothing but insidious blasphemy upon the part of the Saul Nian family. You have brought them here to not only shame them, insult them, and try to steal their power, but also to try to coerce them into making some sort of arrangement that only benefits one party. And I see none of this writing in contract. None of this is official in a back room in an alley with a bunch of lying cats.
How?
This
dare
is done.
Meow. Cat.
No.
I had my contractors ready in the back the
It is
second he
time.
agreed.
It is time to go. And then, as a final affront to your...
Can I walk over to the grandmother?
Let Tombstone finish real quick.
Okay.
As a final affront to your abhorrent behavior, I lower my loincloth and I piss on their table.
I run towards
Oh
the
my
door.
gosh!
Now.
Tombstone!
Get out of there. Wine or not?
So, Thunar, what did you say? Oh gosh! They are appalled! Most of the women on the table just get up and run out of the room screaming. It's still in the chaos as they do that. The servers are coming in trying to figure out what just happened. They see that and don't really know what to do.
And then I say, we might need an extra litter box.
That might be slang in their language, Katie.
Um,
Don't be
Seth,
offended.
Yes.
I would like to walk up to the grandmother, like to comfort her in all this chaos, because she looks kind of crazy, like everything's going crazy on.
Yes.
And I'll place my hand like on her shoulder and accidentally cast Lesser Restoration.
So, when you go to place your hand, it meets air. As
What?
she's no longer there.
You damn mom.
In
Where is
fact,
she?
both the grandma and the nephew aren't anywhere to be seen.
What do you mean?
Did they leave?
They're not there, but roll me perception real quick. As
These hoes.
it's just chaos is going down. The head of the
16?
table is now
23?
screaming for Tombstone and everyone else to get out, to leave.
16.
23?
13. Dang it.
Yeah, so
It
as
turns
you
out this was all a fever dream for all of us.
so as you look around, oh wait, who got a 23?
Me?
Okay, yeah, Phelan, you immediately realize, like, kind of as Thunar meets it, you realize, oh yeah, she's gone. The nephew's gone. And you look around, Karu's also gone.
Hopefully
Ah.
he took them.
Haru got him out of there.
So Saul's still here though?
Saul is still there, though. And at this point,
Alright.
Saul's almost, like, holding back laughter.
I'm gonna kind of pat him on the shoulder. All right, and just kind of
Get out of here.
usher his way out.
And so then, yeah, so, like, he's screaming for y'all to leave.
And on the way out, and I go, and by the way, tabaxi thighs are delectable.
As he sees Saul leave, he's like, "No, you stay here."
I turn around, conjure a flame in my hand. You command you tell him to do something again.
Are you
You have no
threatening me?
power here. You have no power here right now.
Yes.
You were offered friendly terms, yet you tried to coerce him.
I did no such thing.
Line him up.
Really?
Meow.
And that's an insight check. And that's
Yep,
a nat
roll it.
20 insight.
Yeah, he's lying.
You
There's
cannot lie
a
to me.
twinge in his voice that just. Phelan, you've seen enough people lying about stuff like this.
I'm assuming there's candles in the room.
Yeah, there are some candles, like in a chandelier and whatever.
Control flames. The candles get a little bright. Do not test me. Do you understand?
He's kind of just like
Your subversive manners.
He scowls at you.
Your subversive manners are not welcome here. You were given a fair and generous offer by Saul for welcome work together. All right, but you throwing that away, and we will back Saul on this.
He just scowls at you, looks at Saul. Our negotiations will still go. I hope you realize that. And I'll send some of my finest negotiators to deal with this. Now leave.
We'll have litter boxes ready.
I leave.
And so you all leave.
I don't know if this is allowed, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I have a question.
Ask away.
Yeah. Tabaxis, do they have whiskers?
They do.
I would like to take one. I'm gonna
Just
grab it, pluck it out of his face.
Roll
No,
it.
just cut them. Then
Roll
he'll
an
fall
unarmed
over.
strike.
Well, that's why I'm taking it.
Oh.
Yeah, roll unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it makes them unbalanced. So, at least with cats, I don't know.
Can imagine.
Oh, that doesn't hit. That's a 2.
A 2. Yeah, so
Start
you
again.
reach
It
for one.
has a modifier, but I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter.
You reach for one, and it kind of dodges out of the way. Like, what are you trying to do?
I was just trying to steal your whisker. That's my bad. I give him a little pat on the head and walk out.
And it's just like it's not even one of the nobles. It's just like a servant.
Yeah, I just want.
Wait, did we get Julius?
As they just
Oh
yeah,
yeah, it is.
I make sure Julius comes out with us.
so yeah.
follow
So
him.
as you leave, the door kind of slams behind you as you kind of sit in the street now. Then again, just like well, and the door slams up again. It's like, and take your stupid medal too. And they throw Julius out the door and slams it shut.
Stupid metal.
I take an arrow out and I shoot it dead center in the front door.
And it just
As
knocks
one
itself in
does.
there.
Hey, Julius.
Hi, what happened?
A lot.
Great.
I learned a
turn to
lot of
Saul.
things too. I can make ham now.
Oh, that's good. I'll turn to Saul. I'm so sorry. That went terrible.
You
But
know,
Thunar starts chuckling.
I've never gone about negotiations that way. But I can't say I disagree.
You're welcome.
And he looked at Tombstone. Thank you for introducing me to a new negotiation tactic. I'll have to keep that in mind next time I'm in a sticky situation.
You know what they call me? The negotiator.
I didn't know that's what they called you.
Well, they most certainly do. And I just couldn't stand by and watch them defile your name. Your honorable name.
Well, thank you very much. And he looks around. Has anyone seen Nan? She's had a habit of getting herself lost.
I'm assuming that Karu has kept her and your nephew.
As you
safe.
hear from a dark area of the hall of the street, they're over here. As you know, Karu and the two of them will walk into the light. Yeah, I was picking up on the same things I assume you were. The bottle.
Oh yeah, that wine was for sure laced with something.
I don't know. It
Um,
tasted fine to me.
Would Thunar have known that he was almost affected?
what do your feats have? Like, because it was essentially a modified charm.
Oh, I don't even know if I can be charmed.
Well, it's not charm; it's a modified version.
I can't be charmed, and nobody around me can be charmed.
Interesting. But yeah, I would say you would not have known.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But anyways, and so Karu says, "Yeah, I saw the bottle switch. I noticed that. And I got myself a cup of wine and took a sniff. Didn't smell any poisons, and so I'm not sure what it was. But seeing Nan here, as he kind of gestures to her as she's sitting there on her cane, just completely like disconnected from the things around her. Hearing her say a very long and cohesive sentence like that kind of made me kind of tipped me off a bit. And so the second I saw your opportunity, as he gestures toward Tombstone, I made sure to get them out of there as soon as I could.
Would a lesser restoration work on Nan?
For what? For the charm?
Anything she may have been
For like
affected by?
anything?
Maybe not.
Could she grow her teeth back?
She now has a single tooth.
Well, it didn't specify that one.
It says one disease, one condition.
Yeah, then it says the conditions can be.
Well, a charm is a
Saul-
condition.
So Saul kind of goes, well, he kind of goes, well, thank you for, I guess, getting me out of that situation. That would not have been, probably not have gone as smoothly, if you could call it that. If you weren't
Always
there.
nice to win a cat fight.
Absolutely.
There's nothing I do better than creating distractions and causing offense.
Guess you can say it was a pissing contest.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Or
Anyway, so
catastrophe.
I guess I owe you one. I guess I owe you a bottle of wine now, I guess. So
An unlaced one.
You may want to stock up on, I don't know, certain potions or things that might help you resist these kinds of things. I feel like these master negotiators he's threatened, probably are not going to be that.
who knows? But yeah, I'll definitely have to talk to some people to see if I can get some eyes in on apothecaries and other such things like that. That might be a good plan. Anyways, I've held you up long enough. I think I can make it back to the Nian Manor relatively safe. So, thank you again, and I heard your conversation from the night before. You have a lot to get done, so I'll leave you to it. As he's like, alright, come on, Nun, we're going back home.
See you later.
And she turns out, bye, young one! And they leave.
Look at Karu. So, what kind of repercussions do you think that's probably going to have?
Oh, for us?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe we might be able to get off of it scot-free. Depends on how willing a noble family is to admit that they had someone urinate on their dinner table.
It's easy to outrun the guards in Old Reach.
I'm not gonna dig into that. But anyways, I say, well, for now, we may have to look over our shoulder a bit while in Old Reach, but we should be fine. Anyways, well, we should get some rest before we head out for the next morning. And you all head back to the Castle of Old Reach. So if you need to get a long rest, I don't think any of you need to. That was pretty much strictly RP. Take a long rest.
That wasn't why we needed the long rest. You said earlier that we.
Oh, yeah, no, that wasn't why you needed the long rest.
Oh,
Yeah. So take a long rest, and so if there's anything you want to do before, like from that night to the morning of your departure, just now's the time.
I want to get my short sword and my dagger.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. So in the morning, you can go to the blacksmith. He'll be there, and he'll give you your short sword that's nice and sharp. And then as he gives you the dagger, he's like, "Now this one, I didn't think that the leather armor was worth a simple sharpening, so I made this one a little extra sharp, and it's now a +1 dagger."
Yay! When you say that, do you mean to the damage or to the hit?
Both.
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 Yeah. So it's a +1, so it has +1 to hit and +1 to damage. So you can just. I think there's a +1 dagger in like D&D.
Alexander,
you can
you
have.
can literally
That's
just-
the way it works in Baldur's
Okay.
Gate too.
Yeah.
I'll be right back while y'all are talking.
Thank
you
you.
can-
That
yeah,
helps
you can
me.
legitimately just search +1 dagger or whatever.
Yeah.
How do I add it though?
We should take this break to look at all the memes I made.
Yeah, we can.
I've been looking at them.
They're
we can
Every
take
very
a
nice,
short
Potter.
intermission.
I just looked outside. It's still snowing here.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I don't think it's
Oh
sticking
my
really much there.
gosh! I saw the nephew one, and that one started to make me giggle. Poor guy.
I like the really cute cat.
Tabaxi's win Tombstone. This potion will charm anyone who drinks it. Thunar. No, that's the thing is I had a really high DC for that, but y'all both got like above a 22. I was like, what the frick?
Yeah, I'm very not charmable. Are there cookies left? Oh, king. Yeah, I made
I
memes.
have one thing I'd like to do as we are
Yeah,
going
absolutely. Go
to
ahead.
bed. So, friends, I'm afraid I haven't been completely honest with you. You may have noticed me, or not noticed me, sneaking around the town of Oldrich.
Okay.
There is a reason for that, and I pull out the scrap of paper and I'm going to show you something that is going to be in haha funny. I may or may not be a wanted lizard.
Your name's Jariel.
Technically, yes, that is my my birth name, the mother that my mother gave me from a long time ago.
100 chickens?
Well, yeah.
Eitri intentionally said that to interrupt him.
What did you do with 100 chickens?
Well, you know, a guy gets hungry sometimes.
100
Yeah.
chickens worth.
I ate 100 chickens. Mm-hmm.
Tombstone. I'm sorry, Tombstone, but I don't even think Thunar could do that. And he's like 3 times your size.
Are you saying you don't believe me?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Fine. If you must know, I fed him to a dragon.
Is this the same dragon that you stole from?
Yeah, that dragon.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yep. You see, I used to serve this dragon, as kobolds typically do.
Mhm.
I wasn't a very good person back then. And I just felt like you guys, you know, we've been traveling together for a while now. I felt like you should know the kind of person you're traveling with.
Well,
Not-
if I
not a
ever
very
need to get
good
a chicken,
person.
I know who to contact.
Oh yeah, I could get you 20 chickens
we
right
will
now
be
if you wanted.
purchasing all
I
chickens.
spotted sufficient chicken pens in Oldreach. I could
We will be purchasing all chickens.
wait, purchase?
Purchasing with money.
Why would I do that?
Well, what if I took all of your tools?
I would get new tools.
Thunar,
But you would
what
have to
are
go
you
through
saying?
trouble. So I should compensate you for your trouble.
I don't understand.
You will.
Oh, you're talking about like you give people gold and they give you stuff?
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah, we're gonna do that with all chickens.
But why? I don't need any chickens.
All future items.
Well, I'm sure circumstantially there might be a person or two who has too many chickens, per se,
You can never have
and
too
they
many
could do
chickens,
without a couple.
and you've shown that you can never have too many chickens.
Oh yeah, if you have a hungry dragon, you can never have too many chickens. 100 chickens was like his like midday snack. I had to go back. Except that I saw my wanted poster everywhere, and I decided to go elsewhere.
No chicken stealing anymore.
Anyways, I didn't say that it was going to change. I just wanted you to know that I'm not a great person.
You're going to change.
Okay. You could, yeah, I'm going to change.
There we go.
All right. So as that conversation closes out that night, you all wake up in the morning. The cart and on the giant horse, the Roland horse, is still ready to go. Everything's all good, and Karu walks into the common area of the castle, with his back with a sack around his back again. Says, "Well, are we going now, or do we have another dinner to attend to?"
I haven't made dinner plans yet.
I mean, chicken
Yes.
has sounded really good. I had a dream about chicken. There was a lot of them.
That's fantastic. I'm sure there are an estimated 100 of them.
Wait a second.
Anyways, well, let's head out. As he starts heading toward the exit of the castle.
Ditto. I'm tugging, and Julius is following.
Master Phelan, where are you taking me?
Well, are you gonna go? You want to stay here? Or do you want to go with us? We're going to the tribal lands.
And Karu noticed that. You think it's wise to bring the tin can with us?
I mean, look at him. I knock on his shin, and it's just like
kung, kung.
it's gonna be pretty hard to destroy that.
Oh, Julius up and down. Julius, can you fight at all?
I don't think I've ever fought before.
Do you think we should leave him, Karu?
All I'm saying is if someone breaks him, it's not my fault.
Well, Julius, I'll let you make your own decision. Do you want to go with us? Or do you want to stay here?
Well, I'd always like to be as much help as I can.
Do you think you could help us in the tribal lands?
I will certainly try my best.
You need nobody in the tribal lands but me.
Okay.
I mean, he can come, though. He can see my home.
I'm fine with it if everybody else is.
I'm so excited to see a brand new place I've never seen before.
We're gonna teach you how to swing something while we're going, just in case.
And so you all pack up into this cart is kind of it's a bigger cart, so you can kind of all sit there with all the like packages like on the top or whatever, and there's like a small room inside, and you can all fit there pretty comfortably. And then who's going to steer the horse essentially? Who's gonna drive?
I think Eitri should.
I'll drive once we get there, but I ain't driving now.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of do know where my home is at all times. Might be a good idea. I'll drive.
All right, roll me an animal handling. Ooh. So you start and you're like, all right. You've never seen one of these rolling horses before. They're quite large. They're not from the tribal lands, so you're just like, all right. Well, I guess they're just like any other horse, and so you kind of kick it in the gear in the like on the street of the city, and it bolts. And it starts going, and everyone in the back just kind of like lurches to the side as they're pulled down the street, and it is going way too fast. It is like people are having to jump out of the way in the streets. A couple people's carts are kind of like clipped as they try to pull them out of the way.
Thunar, don't hit the horse that hard.
As it is beelining it to the gates of the city.
Sorry.
At least we'll get there faster.
Can I pull back a little bit, slow it down? You know.
Yeah. So you try to slow it down, and it takes that as a turn, and it just turns to the right. It goes goes to a different direction.
Oh.
Isn't Ichi good with animals? Ichi's good with animals, right? Ichi, calm the horse down! Calm it down!
Okay.
Thunar, if you want to try to calm it down again, you can roll another animal handling.
Oh, that's the wrong one. You go
Sing to it or something.
That was a nat 20. Wait.
You got a nat 20 on athletics?
I want to.
It's the same dice, technically.
You just subtract 2 from it.
Yeah, it's a 24.
I'll allow it. And you got a 21. I'll say Ichi helping you allowed you to keep that nat 20.
Okay, good.
The wrong one.
I know.
I got 21.
Yeah, so with Ichi helping you, you're able to calm down the horse as it like kind of settles down. As you look around, you're like near the market district, which is like almost 2 miles away from the gates, the city gates you were once at.
Well, this was maybe not the best way. Let's go slowly this time. So I just like,
Just kind of tap it. Yeah, and it just kind of goes into a nice little trot. As you go, kind of redirect yourself to the gates and out the gates with ease after that. And then as you leave the gates, the 2 guards again are arguing about something. This time it's whether a 2-story house is better, like whether more stories in a house is better than more like space in a house. Essentially, would you rather a tall house or a wide house? Is what they're arguing about right now.
We'll to a stop.
You come to a stop.
I say spacious, and then
see exactly. Spacious is what you need. And yeah, you just
think about it. Space can go vertically too.
Oh,
that's what I'm trying to tell him. And not only do you get more space, you not only have the same space, you have a nice view.
What are they arguing about this time? Sorry, I missed the.
Whether it's
versus
better
wide.
for a house to be tall or wide.
And I say you can have a tall, wide house.
And they kind of like, we're not rich. What are you talking about?
Why don't you have a wider house, but like a little bit of height, just enough to have like a balcony, and you can still have a view.
But the view will be better the higher you are. So why not just make it even less wide and have a balcony higher?
It can be high without being vertically in the air.
What do you mean by that?
Personally, I think that you should have a wider house, because if you have a wider house, if you get an intruder or something like that, you have more opportunities to get out, but you can also see them from farther away, which means that you can throw something at them a lot better.
The one that's gonna enthusiastically points at it. See, he gets it. He gets it.
If there's a fire and you're on the top floor, what are you gonna do? Jump out the top window? You're gonna die regardless, right?
I'd survive.
Okay. Want to test it?
My house doesn't have that high.
Uh-huh.
My wife wanted a White
My
House.
doesn't have that high.
Oh man, you took an arrow to the knee, didn't you?
Happy wife, happy house.
That's what she says.
That's what she...
Oh, look at the other one. So do you have a White House as well then?
No,
Starting to think this isn't a debate about
What-
houses anymore.
I
What?
I live in an apartment.
Oh, I
How's
see.
your part?
Apartment.
So you don't have much space regardless.
No, it's just nice to dream though.
Oh.
One day you can do it. One day
I'm saving up. Though
it'll happen.
this guard duty doesn't pay much.
Really?
No.
That's fucking.
I told you it's easy to outrun the old rich guards.
What do you mean by that?
He means in a White House.
I thought he was talking about in a race.
Hmm.
Very different pages that we're on.
We gotta go, actually.
Speaking of.
Yeah, you're blocking the gate. Now go, move, get that rolling out of here.
Sorry. We'll get out of here.
White Houses, though.
And by the way, just because I forgot to mention this, the Roland, the horse you're on, is large enough to where like Thunar looks like he's on a horse his side when he's on
Horse?
it.
Golly.
This is a large horse.
Oh boy, that's a big horse.
It's like the horse at P.F. Chang's.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, and so this time Thunar is able to get the horse into full speed as it just starts gliding across the hills, headed toward the tribal lands.
Let's go.
Yeehaw.
I'll keep the other animal handling checks for y'all. I won't have y'all roll any other additional survival. And so you travel, and I'd say about 3 to 4 days, probably 3 because y'all are going pretty fast. You'll make it to the tribal lands.
Really? That quick, huh?
That, like I said, this horse is fast.
That's
Got
crazy.
long legs.
Exactly, it's got long legs. It's really strong and large. So pretty much think of it like a train.
Like a
Jeez.
bullet train.
Not a bullet train, not that fast. But anyways, so any conversations or things you want to have while you're headed to the
Does anybody have any questions about the tribal lands for Thunar?
Thunar,
Yes.
what is the tribal lands like?
It is vast and open with scattered trees. It's warm and sunny. And it's home.
Perfect. Only one more question I have.
What is that?
You don't happen to have a wife and kids hiding back home, do ya?
That would certainly surprise me.
Has it been since you've been home? Since we started this adventure?
I guess. Yeah, how long has it been?
I'd say from the start of the campaign, so from session 1 to where we are now, has probably been about a year.
Jeez.
Hmm.
About a year.
So about the time we met. And some time. Anything that we should be particularly wary of as we enter the tribal lands?
I roll a history check? I can't think of anything that would be particularly...
Yeah, roll a history check.
11.
In between tribes, there's usually a bunch of beasts that might attack you.
There is nothing to worry about, for there are beasts, but we will slay them if they so approach us.
And we have a beast of our own. As a
Oh,
pet
Lord.
Finners.
Yes.
Okay. Well, continue on then.
All right.
Do we plan to go to your home first or to these ruins directly?
I forgot about the ruins. I was going home.
Well,
So, at this point, I will now send the map let me
Let's go.
find it to kind of give you an idea of what the tribal lands looks like. I'll say Thunar will be giving you this information as you travel. Where is it? Campaign resources. There it is. So in campaign resources, I just sent it. So you have really 4 main tribes, or 4 of the largest tribes in the tribal lands. There are smaller tribes and camps kind of scattered about, but there are 4 of the top 4 are the tribes of Grimrock, Ogar, Gorak, and Makar. I put some stuff about them into Lore Encyclopedia, but you'll learn more about them as you obviously travel. And so the closest one to you is the tribe of Grimrock, which is in the south region of that map. So that will probably be, unless you want to just beeline it straight to where Carter's from, which is across the entire tribal lands in like the northeast, northwest.
Yeah.
Then yes, the one on the coast is where Thunar is from. So unless you want to travel all the way across to there, you can stop at Grimrock first. That would be the closest one.
Grimrock. I haven't been there too much, I don't think.
Well, can you tell us anything about them? About the tribe, about the Grimrock tribe?
Not Grim, are they?
They're not what?
They're not Grim, are they?
Kind of.
Oh.
I don't know. Would I know what they're like at all?
Yeah, you'd know.
What are they like?
So this is kind of the more it's one of the more religious tribes. They take like their connection to the spirits very seriously here.
Ah. That's exactly what I'm going to say to them.
Interesting. Anything that we should be careful of with them? Do they have any known traditions that we ought not disrespect by accident?
I roll another history?
Yeah, sure. Roll a history.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. You've never visited Grimrock, but you do know, like, first and foremost, just do what they say. Like, they have a lot of weird rituals and kind of like, not rituals is not the right word, but I guess protocols is the only word I can think of right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so just like, don't try to interrupt them with all that stuff. Just let them take the lead. Remain respectful of like anything spiritual or whatever, because that's like number one way to how to what's it called? Anger them.
Just do what they ask and respect their spiritualness.
Okay, fair enough. And that's what we'll do then, I guess.
They shouldn't get angry on maybe a first offense. They'll just do what they ask.
You know me. I'm a people person.
All right.
The one we worry about the most.
And so
I'm
you
not a taxi person.
so you go.
The Maxi are people.
Oh gosh. And so you travel and you make it. I'd say at this point, as you're traveling, is like the third day. You see a kind of large group of different buildings. Some made out of stone, some made out of wood, some kind of like clothy tent like buildings kind of show up on the horizon. And Thunar, you would recognize that as Grimrock.
Look, friends, there's Grimrock.
Oh. Oh, let's go in. Let's go in.
And so so you arrive to Grimrock. And so as you start to pull up, there are some for the first time actually in the campaign, you see other Goliaths outside of just Thunar and Pollock.
They're real.
Dang,
how much?
these people are big.
How normal does Thunar look compared to them?
Height-wise, average. Muscle-wise, he's still jacked.
Okay.
He is still insanely jacked compared to the rest of them.
Lean to Thunar. Thunar, I just attributed your large muscles to you being a Goliath, but Now I see even you, or even among your own people, you're a specimen of your own.
Yes, indeed. I am Thunar, protector of these lands.
And
Are
so
you
as
known?
you
Are you known to the people?
Maybe not here. Maybe so.
and so as you begin to approach the tribe, two people in kind of somewhat like vanilla colored robes kind of come up to meet you and say, "Travelers." And they kind of like put their hands up to like stop you. And I'm assuming you slow down the horse.
Yes, I'll slow down the horse.
Welcome to the tribe of Grimrock. We are very happy to have you. Are you coming to visit, or to trade, or what is the reason?
I am bringing my friends home to see it. And to
Yes,
see
I see
the
a
wolf.
fellow Goliath. But I
Yes.
do not recognize you. Are you from this tribe?
No, I'm from over there.
He kind of looks. Makar or Ogar?
Wait, what? Ogar? Campaign? No. Gorok.
Ah, yes. Well, this is a fine pit stop on the way. So please, enter. Be well. However, I must ask for everyone to come out.
Gladly.
And
Friends.
Hop out of the cart.
Yeah, everyone comes out. Kari's like, "What are they doing?" Thunar, what's this about?
Oh, they just want. What is this about?
You don't know.
I just look at Carl and think, I don't know. I haven't been here, but we're just gonna respect what they ask.
Julius. Oh boy, it's much drier here than usual.
Yes, Julius. It's a whole different place. Be careful. Don't interrupt them.
Oh yes, absolutely, Master Fail.
Okay, cool.
And so then the second Goliath will kind of go and he'll take Thunar's arm and he'll lift it, and then he'll reach into like a pouch on his side and he'll pull out this like kind of glowing dust almost, and he'll go and he'll like begin to trace something on Thunar's hand. And what he'll trace, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in general, is he traces this symbol onto Thunar's hand.
Okay.
So it's sort of this like kind of triangle shape with another one inside with a couple of accent marks in the middle.
Having seen a few of these, do I know what this one means?
Roll a Arcana check.
That's terrible. Oh no. Oh yay, 12.
A 12. You don't know exactly what it is, but you know it's a sigil. And so then the same person goes, dipping his hand in the pouch, making this trace over everyone's arm. He goes one by one
Nope.
down. What?
Nope.
So he reaches for Tombstone's arm.
A question, if I may.
Indeed.
What is this all about?
We are giving you a visitor sigil.
And for what purpose?
You see, here at Grimrock, we rely a lot on trust. And while we are ready to build trust with visitors, we must not ignore that there is no trust to be had, or there's no trust built. And so this simply allows us to build that trust.
Ow.
You see, and as he like kind of points toward, I guess, the person before him, which would have been Phelan, and he points toward Phelan's hand. This sigil forces you to tell the truth.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, we cannot allow you to enter the tribe without this sigil.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I really could care less. But I will not allow another to brand me again.
Oh, it is not a brand. You can easily look, and he kind of draws the sigil on his own hand as it kind of glows on there, and he takes out his water skin, wets his hand, and starts to scrub it off.
Like a Crayola washable marker.
It is not a permanent by any means.
I serve no master. but my own, and I will not bear the mark of another.
They kind of the two the two Goliaths kind of look at each other a little confused, like, okay, it is okay. Is that whatever you desire, I assume, and they move on to the next one. And then Karyu kind of cautiously lets them draw the sigil on his own arm, and Julius very eagerly lets them do it on his.
He's so excited to be a part of something.
after they write it on Julius, I'm like, Julius, could you lie before they even marked you?
I'm not sure. I've never tried before.
Yeah, he has. Like when he said we could leave the room after we had beaten however many puzzles, and then we weren't allowed to leave. Yes, he can lie.
Yes, I can lie. Wait, I didn't mean to say that.
That's funny.
Huh, okay. Well, interesting.
So
Bless you,
after
Colton.
finishing everyone in the party,
Thank you.
after finishing everyone in the party, they're like, "Please, enter."
I assume they don't let me come inside.
Yes, they don't let you.
I'll see you guys on the other side of town. I'll camp outside for the night.
Okay, do you need anything?
I checked my bags. I got my water skin. I got my jerky. Yep, I'm good.
Just
Oh,
yell
okay.
if you need something.
As
Oh.
we
Will do.
are the Goliaths like taking us inside?
No, they kind of just let you go.
Oh, okay. Then as I walk by them, I will pause briefly and say, "Watch that one," and then keep going.
Glass kind of look at each other, look at Tombstone, and then they'll kind of back up a bit. He'll put his hand down into his pouch again. This time, getting like almost a handful, as we begin to kind of sprinkle it and draw it onto the ground, and you'll make another sigil. This one of this shape, and he'll start to kind of make multiple of kind of a larger one on the ground near that area.
Look,
Looks like
This
an
is very-
old-fashioned camera.
this is very interesting. Is this magic?
Magic? No. We are not blessed with magic here. Here we channel our magic through these sigils that we have. See,
Well, yes. I'm sorry.
those who can use magic are blessed by the divine spirit. But we simply channel the divine spirit's power through these sigils.
Can you remind me if everyone can do sigils or not?
Yeah, everyone can.
Okay, yeah. I was never taught sigils.
Thunar, you can do magic.
I just told you I was never taught sigils. It's a harsh subject. Okay, don't bring it up. I don't want to speak about it.
I can't lie to you, Thunar. You do magic. Anyways, regardless, where might we be able to go to get information?
Information about what?
Yes, we're seeking some ruins that are somewhere in the tribal lands that our friend, I'll point to Havel, who is indisposed at the moment. Our friend here at one time was exploring them, and we think that they're of great importance to a mission that we are on, and we hope to find them and investigate.
I do not know of such ruins. Maybe asking around the town will. I know there are a few popular social places where people congregate. You might try those.
Very well, thank you.
Indeed. And so I guess the rest of you will head into the tribe, except for Tombstone, who's now standing with that sigil, kind of pretty about one of those lines would be about arm span, like wingspan length across the ground.
That's hilarious.
And so as you all enter this tribe, it is a pretty modest tribe. Like I said before, you have buildings, some made out of stone and brick, some made out of wooden structures, and some a little more primitive with like cloth tents and such things. And as you can tell, there's really no like individual like districts. There's no like market area. There's no like residential area. It's just kind of you can find any type of building anywhere. Almost as if it was kind of not really planned at all. The city, at least. I say city. It's a tribe. And you see some people like are setting up a tent to sleep in or to reside in or do whatever, and some people are taking down as you walk through the streets. But as you walk through, there is a sort of center area of the tribe, which is pretty easy to go through because they're pretty much all the main walkways lead to it. And as you get to the center of the tribe, that is, you see kind of a few larger buildings. Some are obviously things like taverns, or I guess what they would call a tavern, or what they would call a I guess tavern's the only word that's coming to mind right now, but taverns. But at the center of the tribe, you see a very large version, probably about like 10 to 15 feet in width. The same sigil that the person before just drew on the ground. So the most recent one I've sent is kind of sitting like almost engraved into the ground, glowing like a dull blue.
In the main center area, you said?
Yeah, like in like that's like in like the heart and the center of the tribe.
Can I roll an Arcana to see what this
Sure.
is?
Absolutely.
That's a 21.
21. So yeah, you go up to it and you kind of reach out with your magic, try to figure out like what is this thing. And as you touch it, you pretty much feel like that the magic itself is like imbued into the engraving and the sigil itself. But you kind of try to tune out to figure out exactly what this magic is, and you figure out that you can't really nail it exactly for sure, like its properties, but you do know it's some sort of protective, has some protective magical properties to it.
Is there somebody nearby that looks like a Goliath nearby the area?
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, they're walking around, kind of like life as usual. Yeah. The city is not bustling, but not dead either.
One of them that's close to it. I'd like to walk up. Excuse me.
Yes. Yes.
Hi. I'm sorry. I'm new here, and
I can tell as he points to your hand.
Yes, of course. I'm very intrigued by these sigils that you all use. I'm unfamiliar. What does this one do?
Oh yes, this is the sigil of protection. It is the religious leaders of this tribe ingrained it there many years ago, and it's large enough to protect the entire tribe.
Large enough. Yeah, yes, I do see it's very large. Why?
Oh,
why such a large sigil?
Because the larger the sigil, the more powerful.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of points to your hand. How much do you think that covers? How much magical energy do you think is able to be put into a sigil as small as that?
Can I roll Arcana?
Sure.
23.
23. As you think about it, not much.
Well, I don't feel much coming from it, so...
Indeed. I don't know exactly how it works, but from what the religious leaders have told me, the larger the sigil, the more powerful it is.
I see. Wait, who can I speak to more about this? I'm a studier of magic myself, and I...
Oh yes, not too far from this, as he points like down one of the street, to say the street going north. There is a temple to the Divine Spirit. There, many people are experts at sigils and using them.
Are visitors welcome to ask questions or to approach?
They're more than welcome. We're a very welcoming tribe here in Grimrock.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you. I will immediately go to Thunar. Thunar, I think I have found a leaf. I will catch up with you all later, and I will hastily walk towards that area,
Be careful.
looking very eager.
All right, so you start heading toward the Temple of the Divine Spirit. What is anyone else doing? I'd say it's about sundown now, so
I guess we could look for some lodging or something.
yeah, there's some like things like taverns and inns around the center area.
Nobody here knows me. I've never been here. I'm kind of just looking around like, oh, this is what this place is like.
Yeah.
Out of habit, I'd almost like to walk towards maybe a bounty board of sorts, just out of habit.
Yeah, you can do that. There's like notice boards and things around.
Sure, I'll look at some of those.
Roll your choice of investigation or perception.
And
So you find one. And you start looking, and really, you can't really, like, none of these things interest you. There's some things like, oh, like, barley for sale, and, this time, and some other sort of almost advertisements. But you do see one that kind of sticks out to you among the sea of, like, pretty much advertisements. And it's it's like handwritten, it's not really printed or anything else. And all it's asked for is a single piece of paper, and it says, "Looking for adventure party, more than 3 members. We'll pay for service."
where do I go?
And say meet at Growing Tree Inn.
Okay. Did anybody follow me at all, or did you all just kind of standing around in the town center?
I would take
I'm with
that.
you.
I would take that as standing around.
I'll follow.
All right.
Okay, so you saw me go up to a bounty board and read a bounty. And if you're at all confused about that or whatever, I'm just doing my thing. If you want to ask.
What you doing, Thunar?
Huh? Oh. Oh. Habit, I guess. Hey,
Yeah.
say, would you guys want to, for Thunar's old time's sake, do a bounty?
Absolutely.
This one just says, need party help.
What are they throwing a party for?
No, they need like a party of 3 people.
Oh,
Now,
Okay.
normally I'd go alone, but maybe I could bring you guys along this time and it'd be fun.
sounds fun. I'm in.
Perfect.
All right. So you can start trying to find the Growing Tree Inn.
I would love
But
to
we're
find
gonna
it.
shift perspective a little bit. Go back to Tombstone. Tombstone, what would you like to do as the party walked in front of you? You see these Goliaths put this strange symbol in the ground in front of you, and then they kind of head back toward the edge of the. Oh, you're muted.
How many Goliaths are currently watching me?
I mean, there were just 2 there.
Okay.
There are only
like
2
the
there.
2 like perimeter guards,
Yeah, they were there where the party entered.
and they drew this like symbol in the dirt. Right.
They use like their glowing kind of powder, and then
This is kind of like a desert-y area.
think of it more of like a savanna. So dry. There's still like plant life and like some grass everywhere, but definitely a lot drier and a little more hotter than.
But I could like kick some dirt, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna look at the symbol on the ground in front of me. I'm gonna kick some dirt on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, just 1 second. I'm gonna make sure that this doesn't. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you just kick dirt over it.
I'm gonna kick some dirt over it. I'm gonna lock eyes with the Goliath. They're like, whichever one's like bigger.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stare at him. Stare holes through his eyes. I'm gonna sit down in front of the sigil. And I'm just gonna stare at him all night long.
So
As long as he's there, I'm going to stare at him. I will not sleep.
And as he kind of sits there, he like notices you. He kind of looks back, looks again, kind of leans over to his buddy, kind of like says something. He's too far away. You can't really hear what he's saying. Kind of like points at him, and they both look at you, say a couple more things, and then looks back at you.
Yeah, I sit down cross-legged. I keep staring at him. I just start eating some jerky.
And then at a certain point, probably like once it's gotten nightfall, two more Goliaths in the same colored of like vanilla colored robes will come in and like replace them.
I keep staring at the one who's like walking away.
Yeah. And
I
as he's walking away, he just kind of like
I call out to him. I go, "Hey, big guy! I know your face now."
he takes some of the dirt, draws the same sigil on his hand, and then walks away.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Garrison.
What is? Oh, we all
Garrison?
playing D&D. What's up, Cade?
So as you walk through the
Hey.
tribe, you see Arby coming around the corner.
They let anybody in here.
Have y'all heard the gospel of our Lord?
Oh my gosh, he turned into a missionary.
Yeah. He after all the lying, he converted. You know?
Tombstone.
How's that scar
uh,
feel?
Tombstone about put Arby out of business with his chicken stealing.
We did just find out, yeah.
Oh,
Indeed.
I'll leave you alone.
Arby's biggest op is Tombstone.
Is-
Maybe so.
He's wanted for stealing 100 chickens in
Tombstone
3
has
days.
the
Bro,
meats
we
to
gotta,
help.
I gotta, as
Oh,
Arby, I
all
gotta
of
run a
it.
scheme against Tombstone then, and like,
Freaking
like freaking just like sabotage his stand or whatever.
Run like a Ponzi scheme against him.
Yeah, something like that.
So see, Tombstone, what you do is if you go and recruit 2 people, right, and then go and recruit more.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. Anyways, yeah, so he draws that sigil and kind of walks away. Obviously a little unnerved.
Perfect. That's all I want to do.
Alright. So Josiah's not there, so Thunar and company. What do you do?
What are we doing?
I just like to walk to the closest inn, or the closest Goliath I see, and ask him where this inn is.
Ask him where the inn is?
Yeah.
So you'll go to the one who's like, Growing Tree Inn? No, it's point to west. It's down that road. Maybe a good half a mile.
Okay. Where's Phelan?
Road again.
We gotta get Phelan, and we gotta go to the inn.
I think he went that way. That way. Something tells me he'll be back shortly.
I hope he.
So
I mean,
you're gonna wait for Phelan?
Yeah, I'd like to wait for Phelan before we go because we need to get everybody. Or I guess we could go meet the guy, and then we'll go meet the guy. Actually, we don't need Phelan. This is my town.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in charge here. Who needs him?
Good job, Thunar.
My town.
All right. So you start heading toward the inn, the Growing Tree Inn. So you start making it. And you find it. It has like the typical sign hanging out in front with a nice little kind of curly tree, making the eye for growing. In the Growing Tree Inn, in the name Growing Tree Inn. So it seems like a pretty cozy little place. Nothing too fancy, nothing terrible either. Kind of like middle class in terms of inns or hotels. that you think. And it has lights coming out from the light coming out from the windows, and it's free for you to walk in.
Right.
And so you walk in, you open the door, and of course there's like the kind of like it's not secretary, but like the where you'd go to book a room to get a room or whatever. And there's kind of like a common area with some it's like some booths and some area like some lounging chairs, and then some small tables with a small dining room kind of further up, further or deeper into the inn itself.
What did Briar say?
I said complimentary drinks, perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
That would be nice.
Okay. I'll walk up to the hostess or whatever it is called in this, not a restaurant, but...
Yeah, and so the Goliath woman kind of looks like, yes.
What does the Goliath woman look like? I've never seen a Goliath woman.
Think a Goliath, but a woman. I don't know what else to tell you. Just as tall, maybe a little shorter, who knows?
Great. Roll for justice. I pull out the piece of paper and say, I and my compatriots, Thunar and Thunar's companions are here for this.
And so she kind of grabs it, looks at it. Isaiah, you have some people for your bounty, and gives it back to you. And then, so like kind of above and like the floor above, you hear a couple like a shuffling almost as like someone is kind of kind of stumbles around, and then you hear footsteps kind of going down to the stair area. And then coming down the stairs, you see, as I'm going to put in character images, you see this guy kind of come down the stairs and then like kind of adjust his shirt a bit and then like lean against the wall and be like, so, you're the adventurers I have, huh?
Hold up.
What?
Who does he look like?
Why does he look familiar?
That's what I'm saying.
Looks like a real dude.
It's just a generic cracker. That's all it is.
Why does he look familiar?
I swear I've seen this guy before.
Seth, did you use a reference photo?
I
Or is
did.
this- Oh my god.
If you can guess who it is, I will legit give you inspiration. But
Do I know this person?
I don't know. I don't know who all knows this person or not. But if you can guess who it is, I will give
Wait,
you.
is the person that like in
Is
real
it
life?
Chase?
Yeah,
It's not Chase.
Okay.
Is
Is
this
he
a person in real
attacked?
life?
No, he's not from Tech.
No, is this a person in real life though?
Yes, this person exists in real life. The only
not
person
me.
I know for sure who knows who this is me and Ethan.
Wyatt?
No. I haven't seen
Kusa.
Wyatt in real life.
Obviously not Leighton.
Yeah. It's not
Not
anyone we
Kusa.
personally know either.
But it's not Kusa.
No.
The
No,
other-
it's not. Like I said, it's not anyone we personally know or personally talk to. Anyways, that's beside the
Oh.
point. That's beside the point.
We're gonna be on this all night.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
know
bet
who
the
he
guy's
looks like,
name is
Carter?
Isaiah.
Carter, you
Who
know
knows?
who he looks like?
Actually,
Do I get
his name is
inspiration? It's
called
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Carter,
Okay,
he
that's spelled
looks
Isaiah.
like Zach Brown
Yeah.
from the BCM.
Kind of does look like Zach Brown a little bit.
Kinda
Zach
does look like
freaking Brown.
Zach freaking Brown. Legal name.
Anyways,
Swear that looks like.
He
Hello.
looks like Wendigoon.
and so he just kind of sits there and is like, So I see you're here for the bounty.
We are.
And he kind of is like, well, that's good, because I really needed some people. Now,
What is the problem, my friend?
so, I have to be honest with you, it's not really my bounty. You see, I took this bounty, and then realized I can't do anything about it.
Ah.
And so, essentially, I took this bounty. I'm getting ahead of myself. Do you know what a terror is?
No.
He points toward. Yeah?
No, I'll drop it after this one. It's not Wendigoon, right?
It is Wendigoon.
Yeah!
Wow, I'm genuinely surprised. I'll give you inspiration. I'm a man of my word. He's
Who
Yay!
is
I was
that?
looking at him and I was like, that looks like Wendigo.
Who is
But
that?
honestly,
so
we
me
were
and
that?
both
me,
in
I'll
high
I'll
school,
I'll
but
pull the
you
curtain
guys
behind a
didn't
bit.
know
Me and
that.
Ethan had a really fun idea, and I'm implementing it. And so, I'll explain more after the session, depending on how far you go. But, anyways,
Oh, I've never seen that guy.
He's cool. He's a cool guy.
so he asked. So he asked you. He says, "Do you know of anything called terrors? Do you know what terrors are?"
Like you get in the
they're
night?
Terrifying, yeah, scary.
Terror, like TERROR.
Yeah,
Like you get-
TERROR.
Like the night terrors? Like you get in
Kinda.
the night?
Okay. So, essentially, terrors are these types of creatures that, are super, super outlandish and crazy, right? And I've been
Terrifying.
trying to find one for so long. And then this guy gives me I see a bounty talking about some creature that's beyond description, and I think it's one of them. Only issue is I can't really fight or protect myself or things such as. So I'm kind of out of luck, which is why I need a group of adventurers who can do that for me. So long as you help me out, I'll pay you the full bounty fee. I don't care. I just want to get my eyes on one of these things.
Okay. Where is one?
That's the thing. I don't know how to track it either.
Do you have something that smells like it?
But I'll give you more information once we have a deal.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Well then, yeah, so all I know is that this creature, whatever it is, it follows around storms. That's what the person who gave me the bounty said. He said, it terrorizes crops, and it always comes after a storm, so it probably follows it. Sometimes before the storm, sometimes after the storm. So my only guess is, if we follow a storm, we might find it.
Where is a storm?
Kind of scratches his head. Not sure. I'm not really one to predict the weather myself, so we might have to talk to some people who can. I think I heard some Goliaths over here say that some religious leaders can predict the storms.
Ah. Okay.
Great. All right. Sounds like a
Let's do
plan. And by the way, just gonna say this right now. Thank you very much for doing this. This means the most to me. You're helping me fulfill my dream.
Thanks for having us.
Well, of course.
My neck
I
is
am
hurting
an
from
avid
looking up.
bounty hunter.
Indeed. So let's get into it. And he'll just start walking out of the inn.
Into it. Yippee.
We have one more in our party we need to pick up, but I'm not sure where he went.
Speaking of that party member, let's see what he's up to. So he started heading off, and as he kind of went in the direction that he was directed, you come across this really nice, like, smooth stone building, almost like think of like smooth sandstone from Minecraft. That's kind of the idea of or kind of what this building's made out of, as it has this kind of vanilla-ish color to it. With a bunch of people in the similar robes of the people of the Goliaths who let you into the tribe. They're kind of congregated inside and doing their various things. It's got like a nice kind of very polished floor with some decorations on it, and other different similar patterns, and one of which that you will see as you walk in, as I will put it there, is a symbol that looks like that's kind of like decorates kind of at the center of the floor here on the temple. Not super large, probably like each one of those each one of the sides of the square is probably like your arm's length.
I kind of step. Is there somebody like really close to the entrance?
Not really. There's not like an attendant at the entrance, but some people are just kind of like sitting there either reading books or just talking with other people. Everyone looks pretty approachable. I'll say that.
Okay, I just go to the closest person to the entrance.
Mhm.
So and then walk up. Excuse me. Is this the temple?
Ah, yes. Divine Spirit bless you.
Well, thank you. Hey, I'm a visitor here. I'm come on.
Yes,
outside
I
business.
can tell. As he points
Yes,
to your
yes.
hand.
I forget. I keep forgetting that visitors have marks. I've come to just questions. I've never seen magic done with sigils before, and I'm very intrigued. I'm a studier of magic myself.
Oh,
Uh,
yes. What sigils do you use?
Well, I do not use sigils, and that's my. I come to
Oh,
ask you
you are
questions.
blessed by the divine spirit.
Hey, what?
Divine Spirit bless you indeed. Yes. We haven't the last time well, it's been just about a year since we've had someone who can use magic and who's been blessed by the Divine Spirit in this tribe.
I seem I feel confused. What do you mean blessed? This is how magic is. I'm confused. Can you please explain what your understanding of magic then? I'm not.
Yes. Long ago, the Divine Spirit gave us the ability to call upon his magic through use of various symbols. Without these symbols, we'd be helpless without him and without them. But there are some people who are born that are blessed by the Divine Spirit. They don't have to use such sigils to use what you call magic.
Really?
Indeed.
Wow.
Those people are very few and far between here in the tribal lands.
That's very interesting. I seem to have a different understanding of magic than I guess than as you have here in the tribal lands.
Yes, those blessed by the Divine Spirit usually do. They usually are closer to the Divine Spirit, and some have even been able to talk to him.
Really? I'm like very bewildered and confused. This seems so different from where I come from. Mages and those who use magic, I know I don't know of any who use sigils. I've never heard of it until I've come here. This is the first I've ever seen it before, and it's quite remarkable.
Yes. Those who travel outside of our tribes come back speaking of no such use of sigils, and we've theorized that they have been blessed by another spirit, maybe not the divine spirit. It is a current, ongoing place of research for our religion.
Oh, I see. Well, I appreciate you telling me this. Well, how do you teach magic? How do you learn magic then?
Well, we teach magic, as you call it, through the use of these sigils. We teach them the properties of the divine stone and how to use it to draw and craft these sigils, either through dust or through engraving. And we're finding constant new ways to use these sigils.
See, the divine stone. What is that?
Yes, and he goes to his pouch and kind of pulls out like the same kind of glowing fine stone, like glowing powder. Divine stones are those who are blessed by the divine spirit can infuse rocks with their magic, and it creates a divine stone. They then crush up this rock, and they're able to use it in this powder to channel the divine spirit's magic for anyone.
I see. Are all sigils of equal power just amongst people, or are other people are some more powerful than others?
Well, it depends on the sigil that you draw. Obviously, the more amount of, weight, or if I were to draw it using this powder, the more powder I would use, the stronger the sigil will be, thus making larger sigils more powerful. But also, a very large simple sigil, such as a protection sigil, might be about the same power as a medium-sized, somewhat complicated sigil, such as the one here, as he points to the one on the ground. That's a much
Yes,
more complex sigil.
Yes, what is this? What does this sigil?
This is a sigil of healing.
Really?
Yes, it helps heal those in this who dwell in this temple, both physically, spiritually.
I see. And you said that you do research.
Oh, I'm not one of the researchers, but the research is done.
Well, would it be possible to speak to someone who does that? I tend to do a lot of research of my own, and I would love to.
Yes,
understand.
I believe Brother Rogog is one of these.
You
One
said
of these researchers.
Rodok?
Rogog, R-O-G-O-G.
Okay. Yes. Could you point him out to me?
As he looks, right over there, the one with the one, as he kind of looks around. I guess we're all wearing that. The one reading the book by the fireplace.
Okay. Yes. Would it be all right for me to just approach him?
Oh, absolutely. We are very welcome to speak to anyone who is interested in the divine spirit.
Oh, of course. Well, thank you. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. As he bows, divine bless you, as he walks away.
I'll walk over to Brother Ragog and just kind of walk. I'll walk up. Sorry to disturb you. Are you Brother Ragog?
Oh, no worries. Yes, I am Brother Rogog.
I am told that you are a researcher.
Yes, indeed I am.
May I ask what it is that you research?
I research the intersection of our sigils and the divine magic with the magic seen outside the world.
Oh, that's. I was told about that. You mind if I ask, could you tell me about it some? I'm as you can obviously tell, I'm from outside, and
Yes.
your ways are very strange to me.
Most
I would
people
love
think
to.
that way.
Yes, I would love to learn more.
Absolutely. Well, you see, while the cause is currently unknown, and that's where myself and other people are trying to find is the cause of of the magic outside the tribal lands. We do see very similar effects, such as that, and he points to the center of the temple. That sigil, um, I've seen other what you would call mages be able to conduct similar magic to that. In fact, we had one of the people from this tribes who was only closely related to to our religion, was able to use the exact same magic as that sigil, though he left us soon after.
I
But
see.
we are trying to figure out the reason of the behind that, as we believe the divine spirit has blessed us with the ability to use this magic, but only some of them. Everyone else must use magic through these sigils, as they are unable to. And we believe that maybe the divine spirit maybe has either. My personal theory is that the divine spirits held us back from using that magic due to either grave sin or mistake we had made previously. But the rest of the other ones in the world, things like people like elves and humans and dwarves, they have no such restriction, which allows them to use the power found within the divine spirit freely, whether they believe or not.
I see. Do these sigils allow, your research compared to those that conduct this magic without it, does it allow some modicum of control over it?
Well, they have control on where to put the sigil and how much power to put in the sigil.
I see. Well, I asked because,
But outside of that, new sigils are being created almost every day. There are some other researchers who research new sigils and the effects that they can pretty much input. Those are usually all ones blessed by the divine spirit.
well, so would it be possible? Would it be possible to learn from you all how to how to make these symbols and sigils.
Yes,
I don't know.
absolutely. It's the use is quite easy. And so he pulls out like his own pouch. You see, he kind of takes some. All one must do is take some divine powder, powder from the divine rock, and he just kind of draws like the same symbol of protection on the table, and that is done.
And the as I would call it, the spell is cast.
Yes.
I'm assuming. Can I do it? Can I feel the magic
Yeah.
happen as he finishes it?
Mm-hmm.
Remarkable.
Now there are other ways you can do it, such as, and then like he kind of pulls out his own paper, like pulls out like a sheet of paper or whatever, goes to like the back of his book, and he takes like a pencil, but like turns it around so he's not using the lead, and he kind of inscribes the same sigil. See, there's no powder here, but if I was blessed by the divine spirit, I can infuse it with the divine spirit's magic to achieve the same effect. Or, and he takes out the thing, this is my magic, as you'd call it, and he kind of sprinkles it as it falls into the grooves of the paper, and now it's been cast.
Would you happen to have a list of the sigils that you all know of?
Oh yes, I can certainly give you a book of them, but they're very vast. I must tell you.
Well, I have many years, and I would love to spend time studying. I've spent my entire life studying magic. I myself, while I can use, while I do not need sigils necessarily, I struggle with an ability to control what I cast sometimes. I don't know whether they call it a curse or what, but I find that sometimes the magical energies that I have sometimes release themselves. Well, what would you call it? Out of my control against what I desired to happen.
Interesting. I don't believe I've encountered someone who's been blessed by the divine spirit like that.
Well, I don't know if I would call it blessed. It's quite dangerous actually. It's caused quite a lot of problem in my past.
So maybe it is in a similar way how Goliaths cannot use magic for some sin that we've committed. Maybe it's the same thing for you.
Maybe, perhaps, but well, that brings another question. I have a one of my companions. He is a Goliath. He's from, I believe he spoke of the tribe Gorok. I believe is one of the tribes to the north of here.
Ah, yes, Gorok.
Yes, my good friend Thunar, who well, according to him, he believes not to possess magical ability, as he does not know or conduct sigils, but, well, according to my understanding of magic, I've witnessed him do it. I've felt the magical energies exerted from himself without using sigils, and
Let me make sure I'm understanding. You're saying someone who's not a Goliath, who's not summoned or not blessed by the divine spirit, used magic?
no, he is a Goliath.
Yes, but he's not blessed by the divine spirit.
Well, according to him, he does not think so. He believes that everything that he does has been his his own senses and abilities, but while I may not understand your ways exactly, I know the feeling of magic, and I felt magic when he's used it before.
So you're saying he cast magic?
Yes, I do. But I'm.
And he starts just heartily laughing. Oh, there's I'm sorry. Like you said yourself, you don't know much about our culture, but that is quite impossible for someone who is not blessed to use magic.
I do. I'm not lying to you.
Yes, no, I do believe that you believe that, but what you believe, people can lie without knowing it. You are telling the truth, but it might not be reality.
Maybe so.
Because if he was blessed by the divine spirit, he would you would know.
I see. Well, very well. What do we possibly get a copy of the Book of Sigils?
Oh,
You said
yes. I can get one for you. As he stands up, kind of goes to like a more bookshelf area of the temple, searches his spines, finds one, pulls it out, gives it to you.
I knew you were gonna rat on me.
That will have most of the sigils that you will see commonly around the tribal lands.
Yes. And this if is there anything against me practicing this or teaching myself how to do this?
If you're able to create these sigils on your own without the use of either divine stone or what have you, by all means.
How does one create this divine stone or obtain it?
Yeah, so that is when someone who is blessed by the divine spirit channels some of the divine magic into a rock, and then it begins to glow. He pulls it out, a blue, and then they crush it up into a fine powder and distribute it amongst.
Very well, interesting. Just any rock?
Any rock seems to work so far.
Interesting. Well, I will conduct some of my own research, but I appreciate you sharing this information with me.
Absolutely. To anyone who sutures for information, we will give.
Thank you.
Yes. As he bows again, divine spirit bless you. As he goes back down, sits down, and continues reading his book.
All right, I'll head outside with the book and pick up the first rock I see, of course.
All right.
Can I magic here? Okay.
So
I attempt to make divine rock.
So roll an Arcana real quick.
22.
So 22. What was it on the die?
17.
Yeah. Okay. So you try and you just kind of start beginning to focus the energy, and you kind of see it begin to glow. It's not a blue. It's more of like an orange glow, as you kind of try to pour magic into it. But you kind of keep going and going until finally the rock just kind of bursts. From either too much magic or something.
There any dust in my hand?
I mean, you have fragments of the rock. It's not glowing anymore, but...
I put the book in my bag, and I go to find the others.
All right, so I'll say you all meet up at the center of the tribe, where Phelan, you'll see the party along with Isaiah sitting there.
Hello. Who's this, Thunar?
We have accepted a bounty.
Thunar, did you forget that we came here for a reason, to get information for other pressing matters?
I did forget. But do this one bounty.
I'll make it worth your... See, I'm giving my reward entirely to you. So
we need lodging.
Okay, fair. Okay, fine. It's you've already accepted. It's nothing to do now.
Can you make it rain?
Can I what?
More specifically, can you make it storm?
No.
The great you can't?
No, I cannot.
There goes my whole plan.
And so
we must wait on the storm.
I should have learned Call Lightning.
And so so Isaiah will kind of well, I heard that the religious leaders can at least predict the weather.
Oh, I just came from the temple, actually.
Oh, did any of them say anything about it?
Well, I didn't know to ask, so I did not. But I'm sure
that's not helpful.
I'm sure that they're very friendly. I'm sure that they'd be happy to answer.
Okay. And so you head back up to the temple. Isaiah kind of takes the lead. He finds someone, asks them the appropriate question, and they inform you all that a storm will probably be coming in tomorrow afternoon. Not exactly over Grimrock, more it's like the northeast of it, kind of the outskirts.
So we can leave town tomorrow that way and
Yeah.
that direction. And
Yeah,
then
in that
make it-
direction you'll meet the storm.
Cool, perfect.
All right. And so then you can either find somewhere you already know of an inn that you can stay at.
Perfect.
And so you can stay there for the night. You can take another long rest, and I'd say that's a good place to end for tonight's session.
Yeah.